Good morning, Mr. Barber students, and welcome back to another week. So, in the news today, the U.S. death toll has officially hit over 40,000, while in a fit of either irony or an example of how America is definitely America, simultaneous to this new record death toll, we have lockdown protests as people run around carrying signs, "Give me liberty or give me death," as they literally are trying to kill themselves. So, if you guys are looking through the news, these are kind of the two sides of the coin, as certain states are trying to ease restrictions, while others are beginning to get hit by their first wave, and there is a massive concern about a second wave being hit once we move into the fall and get out of the summer proper, since this is a respiratory disease. So, feel free to keep track of that. Now, today's word of the day is sciatica. Sciatica, by definition, is a type of illness caused by damaged or aggravated nerves. It can be either acute, meaning a short-term issue, or it can be chronic, meaning permanent damage and it flares up occasionally. Now, to use it in a sentence, Mr. Barber is having trouble sitting in chairs for more than 5 minutes at a time because his chronic sciatica is acting up and causing severe pain. So, be aware, guys, this week I will probably be a little bit slower than usual getting things uploaded to you guys today and possibly tomorrow because I am quite literally having trouble moving around or even sitting. Essentially, laying down is the only comfortable position, and it's a little bit hard to get my work done in that case. So, bear with me. All right, Econ Kids. An article for you guys to keep track of. 5 groups of people who won't get a stimulus check. Because again, you guys should be paying attention to the news. And this, of course, is very relevant. So the first is high-income earners. Now, keep in mind, when they mean high-income earners, they mean after-tax deductions, something that's very important, and a good example of why I hope you guys did the last week's assignment and learned how to file your taxes. Because my wife and I, since we know how to do our taxes properly, / we pay for a professional who knows how to do our taxes even better than I do, we actually earned more money on the stimulus check because it's your post-tax filings. If you are 17 and up, but you are still considered a dependent, you do not get the $1,200. Instead, your parents will receive $500 for you. Okay? If your parents or guardians are non-citizens, most of them will not receive a stimulus payout. However, this is where it pays to pay attention to the news, quite literally, because Governor Newsom of California is talking about trying to find a negotiation way to provide some relief funds from the state of California rather than the federal government for non-citizens, because he at least recognizes that they are critical for the economy. If people are behind on child support payments, I'm not quite sure why they felt this one was important to put in there, but there you go. That money will not be sent to them. Instead, it will end up with the people whom you owe money to. And lastly, and this was the one that most offended people, excuse me, people who owe money to their bank, because the money is being wired via banks. If you owe an outstanding debt to your bank, a number of them are taking the money and using it to pay off your existing debts rather than allowing you to keep it. Now, plenty of people have pointed out that this was a massive oversight in the writing, because the whole point of the checks was to give people an infusion of cash and prevent them going into further debt. But, America's Congress. Now, the only 2 big banks are JP Morgan Chase and Wells Fargo that have said they're not going to seize the check money. However, if you have a bank other than them, it's hard to say whether or not you're actually going to get it. If you have a credit union, you don't have to worry about it. They are not able to seize the monies. Now, for history kids, I know you're excited about 420 for various reasons. It always makes you excited. But I feel like I have to point something out to you. April 20th is also Adolf Hitler's birthday. So remember, if you celebrate 420, you're celebrating Adolf Hitler and Nazis. Try to remember that. All right, and lastly, guys, something fun. Okay, for those of you who do actually read more than, just the assignments, there is a list here, and I will include the link in the description, of 16 novels about viral outbreaks to make you feel less alone. Now, I have to say, I actually haven't read a single one of these books, although I know a number of these authors. Station 11, for instance, won a number of awards, and the first book on the list here, Fever 1793, Laurie House Anderson, I have read some of her other books, and she's an excellent novelist. I also know some of these other novelists. Wilder Girls won a number of acclaims and awards. So, something to consider if you want to kind of give yourself a little fictional perspective on it. Alright guys, be on the lookout for assignments from me getting posted today and tomorrow, and I will see you tomorrow.